Tonight, when the sun goes down, you're gonna flip a switch. Light will flood the room and you won't think twice about it. But for 99.9% of human history, that switch didn't exist. When the sun set, the world went dark. Truly dark. And your ancestors sat inside that darkness every single night of their lives. You might think their fear was simple. Predators, monsters in the shadows, something with teeth. But the real answer is far stranger. What ancient humans feared most about the dark wasn't what was hiding in it. It was what darkness did to their own minds. Think about the last time you walked through your house at night without turning on a light. Your heart rate ticks up. Your steps slow down. You start listening harder than you need to. That response is old, older than language, older than fire. It's wired into a part of your brain called the amygdala, which handles threat detection before your conscious mind even catches up. Researcher Randolph Nesse, an evolutionary psychiatrist who studies fear and anxiety, compares this to a smoke detector. Overly sensitive, yes, but built that way on purpose. A detector that goes off too often is annoying. One that stays silent during a real fire gets you killed. For your ancestors, a jumpy nervous system at night wasn't a flaw. It was cheap insurance against something that could end everything. So what were they insuring against? Not just predators. The bigger threat was each other. Anthropologist Polly Wiessner spent decades studying the Huansi people of the Kalahari, one of the last groups to live largely as hunter-gatherers into the modern era. She found something unexpected comparing their daytime and nighttime talk. During the day, people discussed practical matters, complaints, who took too much meat from a hunt. But at night, around the fire, the conversation shifted. People told stories, myths, tales about ancestors and spirits. Why the shift? Because night was when the group came together, and closeness carried its own danger. So during the day, people could walk away from tension. At night, everyone sat packed around one small circle of light with nowhere to go. Wiessner's work suggests firelit storytelling wasn't just entertainment, it was social glue used to soften tension before it turned into something worse. So the fear wasn't only claws in the brush, it was betrayal, exclusion, being left outside the circle of light when the group turned against you. For a species that survived through cooperation, being pushed out at night was, in a real sense, a death sentence. No one could outfight a lion alone, but a group, huddled together and alert, stood a chance. There's a physiological piece too. Historian A. Roger Ekirch spent years combing through diaries and court records from pre-industrial Europe and found repeated references to a first sleep and a second sleep, with an hour of quiet wakefulness in between. During that gap, people prayed, talked, or simply lay in the dark with their thoughts. Ekirch's research suggests this segmented pattern may reflect something older. A rhythm shaped by a world where staying half alert through the night had survival value. Imagine that. An hour of quiet consciousness in the pitch black every night for your entire life. No phone to check, just you, the sound of breathing around you, and whatever your mind decided to conjure in the silence. It's no surprise then that so many of humanity's oldest myths are night myths, spirits that only appear after dusk, warnings about wandering too far from the fire. These weren't superstitions dreamed up for fun. They were survival knowledge dressed as folklore, passed down because the tribes who took the warning seriously were more likely to see morning. And this is where the ancient fear quietly slips into your life today. You still check that the door is locked. You still glance toward a strange sound in another room. You still feel that flicker of unease scrolling your phone alone at 2 a.m. Even though nothing has changed. That isn't weakness. That's an ancient alarm system, still online, long after the predators it was built for have mostly disappeared. Here's the part that should really sit with you. Your ancestors weren't primarily afraid of the dark itself, they were afraid of what the dark revealed. It stripped away the illusion of control that daylight gives you. It forced them to face how much their survival depended on other people. Whether the group would protect them, whether trust would hold up when it mattered most. Modern life has mostly solved the predator problem, but the deeper fear, the social one, never got the memo. You may not fear a hyena outside your window tonight, but you probably still feel that same old unease when you're excluded from something. Left out of a group chat, uninvited from an event, that's the same circuit lighting up, the same ancient alarm, repurposed for a modern kind of exile. So the next time you find yourself a little unsettled walking through a dark hallway, remember what you're actually feeling. It's not really about the dark. It never was. It's about connection. And whether you're safe within it. Tonight when the sun goes down, you'll flip a switch. Light will flood the room, and you won't think twice about it. But somewhere beneath that ease, an old and patient part of you is still listening for the fire, still counting the people around it, still asking the only question that ever really mattered in the dark. Are you still one of us?